Okay, so here's my cream. It's the same cream that I mixed with the blue, just kind of a really light flesh color. The purple is for my nail bed, so ignore the lid purple. We'll come to that in a few steps from now when we come back and do nails. This is a little thick right now because I haven't used it in a while and it's just dried out a little bit. Well, it's condensed a little bit. I can't call it dried out, hardly. Gotta find my... Yeah, do you have the cream colored mixing brush? Yellow in the hairbrush pocket right there. Alright. So this is too thick. If I stick this on the baby, it will turn it exactly the color you see. White and the yellow and these light colors like this, the white-based ones, they're kind of strange. If you can see the color going on this step, then it is way too thick. For some reason, I'm not entirely sure why, but this particular color, as it dries, it turns white, or cream, lighter colored. So you won't see it until it starts to dry. You'll only know it's correct by if it's visible when the kit is dried and all the paint has flashed off. So I'm going to come back to her head. Grab my sponge for it. This is my great big box of everything. I have sponges for every color. So my cream color sponge. I added some thinner to this, but I don't know if it's thin enough, so I'm going to add a little bit more just to, because it's easier to add more cream than it is to take it off, because I haven't baked it. I don't want to have to wipe it off. Okay, so I'm going to swirl and dip it from the shallow end of the jar, and then I will come in, and this is probably the perfect color because you can't see it. And because I didn't bake the other colors first, this will actually mix with them a little bit before it's set, so it won't be just a topical layer. And I don't want to ever put this layer on last because it will sit there and look like it's sitting on the top layer of the vinyl. So be careful of where you put this particular layer and make sure it's not one of the last ones you see, or it will look like there's something that needs wiped off the skin because it just sits kind of on the surface. These big old heads are kind of hard to work with sometimes. They're just kind of bulky. I have to cook this baby in 3 different settings because the head, arms, and legs don't all fit in the oven at one time. Or even 2 times for that matter. 1 arm and 1 leg is in an oven at a time because she's just so big. This one's going to be really sweet when she's done. She's got a cute little face. The last thing I'm going to do on these guys before I actually cook them is the first layer of lips. So I will do that in the next little clip. Sorry, I've got some crappy stuff climbing in my throat, making me kind of gurgly sounding. But I will do that in the next little clip after I'm done with this. And this is going to take a while to do this layer on all the pieces and parts. So I will do her head, and then I will come back after I've done her arms and legs and they've dried. She's already looking really pretty. Look how cute she is. I hope you guys can see her as well as she looks in real life. I don't know if you can see that starting to dry, but you can start to see it building on those other layers. So cute. Okay, so I'm going to do the arms and legs, and I will come back in a few minutes after her head is dry and do some under layers of lips.